sông từ đây luôn bước về cho thấy người khơi trên đường giao cùng nước lên màu đào đẹp hơn rồi không lúc yêu ai cười giải huy người công luôn vững bền tâm trí chẳng quên chiến đấu làm cho ta nơi vang tiếng người nước Nam cho đến muôn không bao giờ bỏ đi thân dưới cả không sự đời bao làm cho cõi đời thoát vời ăn hoa bé vàng ngòi nâu sương trời nhìn em không dấu nàng
Now the English translation is right below. The English translation of the Vietnam anthem. And we're going to sing the second anthem, the American National Anthem, which is on the third page right in the middle. American National Anthem, Star Spangled Banner. All right, the Pledge of Allegiance. People can put their hand over their heart or they can salute. We stand allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We now have some short speeches, and Ms. Ryan, our director, is going to introduce each speaker. So the first speaker, Ms. Ryan.
Well, thank you everyone to be here today, and I know some of you might have to leave a little bit early because we had a parade going on at 12 o'clock, but before we had a speaker, we had a really quick photograph, and so everybody's still here. Hey guys, stay the one photograph. Dan, will you take the first?
Sure.
Okay, one more photograph and you guys can go. Okay, because we need to have that, because we need to get gear up for next year. Next year is the groundbreaking.
All right, pose.
Everyone there?
Aye. Ba. Japan.
Here we go. Look this way. I'm good.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, our friend over there, Vietnam veteran friend. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. See, I need younger brother to take care of me. Well, again, welcome everyone to be here today with One World Day, and it's in front of the Vietnam Culture Garden. I was so happy to see everybody here with the lady with a uniform, and you know, today, even though we've been doing the One World Day about 5 years now, 6 years, unfortunately, we don't have everybody, but it's a very, very first time we do that. To have our Vietnamese, to have the flag, which is, we're going to have not the permanent one, but we'll have a permanent flag upcoming when we break ground next year, which is hopefully sometime next year. Every one of you can see the statue and all that, so we will do that. That's why we're going to practice. Next year, this whole entire area would be all packed with all the kind of people. This culture garden is just one of the kind. that we have here in Cleveland, but also around the United States and also the world, because nobody in the world do have a Martin Luther King Boulevard with all the culture garden like we are, and we happen to be one of Vietnamese culture garden right here, and we right next to the lake. We on a highway, and they're very wonderful piece of property. So I'm glad to see everybody here. Okay, that's one thing. We had a beautiful thing that we're gonna do, and we see the statue gonna be there, and so on and so forth. But we're not able to do anything without all these people support. Number one, support from you, and then of course we have different people to support us, and we like to have it, even though the Vietnamese culture garden, and we're going to have our mayor save him next year. But number one, we're going to have Falcani, the Mayor Falcani from Bunwood, because he is blowing up the Asian fast. So Mayor, would you please come up and say a few words?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me here today. As you know, even though my ethnic background is Filipino, my parents came here. Close enough.
Yes.
My parents are originally from Southeast Asia. My parents actually met at the U.S. Embassy in Manila, applying for visas to come over here to the United States. But as they said, my name is Ron Falcone. I am actually the 12th mayor of the city of Brunswick. I've been in political office now for 10 years. I started out as a city councilman, but actually I grew up right here in northeastern Ohio. I went to college here, went to law school, and then ran for political office in the city of Brunswick. For those of you that don't know, Brunswick is about 30 minutes south of Cleveland. And just wanted to thank you for, even though my ethnic background is Filipino, I am so honored that you would have me address all of you here today, for members of the Vietnamese community. It is so humbling for me to be accepted by the community here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
And we're here on One World Day, and it reminds me that if you look at our money, okay, there's whether it's coin or a dollar bill, whatever, it says e pluribus unum, out of many, one. Okay, so even though we have different cultures, we have different backgrounds, we speak different languages. We really are all Americans. We've adopted America as our home, or we were born and raised here. And that's one of the things that make America great, is the fact that we have all of these different backgrounds and all of these different ideas, and we're still able to come together to form one country, to form basically the promise that is America. And it's so great, and it's, like I said, it's an honor for me to be here today. And I also want to impart on all of you, and my message to all of you is really to stay involved with this community, with your community here in northeastern Ohio. And I encourage all of you also to go out and meet your elected officials. We have Councilman Zone here as well. Please feel free to talk to him. You can talk to me as well, if there's any other elected officials or government officials, because really that's how you become a part of our community. That's how you make our neighborhoods better. That's how you can meet your neighbors. So once again, just wanted to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. And also, how do you guys like the way I look in the traditional Vietnamese? It's my first time. Thank you so much, and thank you for letting me play a part and play a role in today's festivities. Thank you so much.
By the way, Mayor Falcone is in the program, his bio, so you can read all about him. The next speaker that Ms. Ryan is going to introduce is Councilman Matt Zone. His resume is also in your program, so you should read about his background.
Well, I had Mayor Falcone here not just to visit, Mayor, not to support us to build a garden, Mayor. We need fund to build a culture garden, Mayor. So I don't care where you are, please come to support us, okay? Now this council person, one of my favorite ones, we don't need to introduce him. Everyone know who he is. Matt, my friend, my brother.
Well, it's a good day to be here in the city of Cleveland and to celebrate One World Day. My name's Matt Zone. I've been fortunate to serve the citizens of Cleveland for nearly 17 years, and I've had this loving relationship with the local Vietnamese community. So many of you make up what's so important about who we are as Greater Clevelanders and as Americans. So I want to thank you for what you do. We're committed to helping you build this new memorial. Rightly so. Since 1975, the Vietnamese community has come to Cleveland in droves to look for a new place to call home, and we want to make this as welcoming as possible. I'm working with Ms. Ryan and Mr. Meisner and others to make sure that we have a beautiful memorial built there. I am financially committed to this project, and I'm going to work with the Vietnamese Friendship Foundation to make sure we can, and the Vietnamese Community Center of Greater Cleveland, make sure we raise the necessary money. I want to recognize Ka, who does an amazing job leading the Vietnamese Community Center located in my district, and you have taken a blighted property and turned it into a gem and a place of community where people gather. So I want to thank you for your leadership and what you do for making our community better. In fact, right across the street from where the new center is, the city of Cleveland, this fall we're going to embark on a nearly $1 million improvement of the park there. So when the kids come to the center, they'll be able to go and play on great modern equipment, and it'll be another community asset along that Madison Avenue corridor. So thank you for what you do. So just lastly, on behalf of Cleveland City Council and my colleague, Councilman, I know Jasmine Santana is going to be coming here in a little bit. I'd ask maybe if Ms. Yao Ryan would help me present to Hoc Pham a recognition by the Friendship Foundation and the Vietnamese Cultural Garden on One World Day. As many of you know, One World Day is a long-standing event here in our city. The beautiful tapestry of what makes Cleveland unique is all of you. You know, we're not one ethnic group. My wife's Filipino, like Mayor Falcone. And, you know, my father-in-law immigrated from the Philippines here. And my mother was born in Italy. She's an immigrant. My father and my grandparents, they immigrated from Italy. So we are all one community and one city. So on behalf of Cleveland City Council, I'd like to ask Ms. Shawa if you would present this to Hoc Pham. And thank you for your leadership at the Buddhist temple and all you do to make us a more loving and acceptable community. Thank you.
Matt. Oh, take a photo? Look this way, please.
I know they love to take photos. Come on.
Yeah.
Hold on, we'll go with this.
Oh, that's
Ready? Thank you.